Hey guys, it's me, Dave. It is A3 payday. Payday. A3 2022, so it's Wednesday night. It's almost 10 o'clock Central Time. I'm doing a video. Good news is I got my truck fixed. It's still a little, the brakes are a little spongy. Not like they were before. You press on the brake, there's brake there, but they do kind of go down a little bit. Um, not all the way to the floor. I mean, I can still get my foot under there, but they are a little spongy. So I don't know if that's on my part or their part. Maybe I ordered the wrong master cylinder. I'm not sure. Or maybe I got a bad one. I was reading some reviews. Some of them have internal leaks and everything else. So I got to keep my eye on it. What can you do? It wasn't that bad though. It was $250. $250 to do this. It took them a couple times to do it because I apparently, when I bench bled the master cylinder, I didn't do it good enough. So they had to redo that, and then they got the brakes to bleed out and stuff. But that was on my part, so it cost a little extra. It took them a couple times to get it right and stuff. But I mean, you're talking $250 labor. You know how much the brake line was? Guess how much the brake line was? $7. You almost feel stupid for not doing it yourself. You almost feel stupid for not doing it yourself. The brake line was $7. Could have did it. I could have did it myself. I get so winded. That's the only reason why I didn't do it. They caused me to have shortness of breath and everything else when I'm riding my bike and everything else and walking and all this stuff. That's the only reason why I didn't do it myself. But the part, they only charged me $7, and then the brake fluid was $6. So $13 for parts, you guys. It's crazy, man. But they were at it all day until about 3 o'clock. So $250. I can't complain. It's not that bad. I don't know what they charge an hour. It's the first time I went to this place. They've been around for a long time and stuff. So I got it fixed. Went for a ride tonight. Went to the park. Ran some errands. Went to the bank and all that stuff. So that's the good news. The bad news is the perps are out. They were out when I was driving. I passed several of them, or I passed one or two of them several times. I was being followed quite a bit when I was on my ride. Went for a ride at 7, went to the park and stuff, and I was being followed by this van almost the whole way. They had their headlights on and stuff. Old crappy van. So they had the perps out following me and taking turns following me and everything else. And just like Brian 2 says, if you think you're being followed, take 4 left turns. So that's kind of what I did. You turn left and turn left and turn left and see if they keep on following you, and stuff. And they'll do it to a certain point, and then they'll have another one right back at you. You're in a floating box, just like he says. You're in a floating box. You have one in front of you. You're gonna have one in back of you. My perps put the headlights on. I'm not being paranoid. We're talking older vehicle, you guys. Older vehicles that the headlights don't automatically come on. They put them on. They do that to let me know they're perps. Following me. That's what they do in my program. It's just something they do. So they were out tonight though. So they got money. They're spending money. They have the perps out. They had a couple perps. Actually, it was a couple. Picking raspberries at the park. They want me to talk about this because I sound, to the average person, you sound paranoid. Okay. Well, you could think, there's a nice couple there, a guy and a girl, just picking raspberries, no big deal. And that's what I thought at first. You know, until she started showing off her butt right in front of her boyfriend. She's showing off her butt. Her butt was hanging out her shorts, man. I'm telling you. She was a perp doing it for reactions, responses out of you, you know? That's what they do in my program. That's just, when it happens 100 times in a row, you're not paranoid, you guys. This is what they do. You know, it's a repetitive action, you know? It's a pattern. So anyway, that's what they do. Other than that, it wasn't that bad. I was stressed out all day because, you know, the phone that I have is junk, you guys. It drops calls. I can't even call anybody from anywhere, you know, and stuff. I was talking to the guy and I dropped the call, so I had to use the phone I'm using now to record this. I had to use this phone using a free app, Text Now app, where I can call through the internet and I can text through the internet. They give me a phone number and I can text through this app. It's free. You know, if you don't use it too much, it's free. You can pay and have the ads removed and stuff like that, but it's a free app. It's Text Now, it's called. So I had to come back on this number, you know, and I didn't know the number by heart, and so I didn't hear from the guy. You know, I was waiting all afternoon. I didn't hear from him. I'm like, crap, man. This is going to cost me $800. I haven't heard back from this guy. It's probably 6 hours labor and all this stuff, and they probably found other things wrong with it and all this stuff. And so then I called him at 4 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, I'm you know, this is Dave, and I'm checking in on the truck and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, I tried calling you, and I was hoping you'd call. And your truck's ready to go, and the bill is $260. It was $260. So I'm thinking to myself, that's not bad. I can handle that. You know, I'll have a little extra money left over for the month to do stuff. You know, maybe even go camping if I get the itch to. But I don't know if I can afford the gas, you know. So I'm like, that's not bad at all. You know, $260. I was expecting $500-$600 bill, you know. So, because they worked on it in the morning, then they had to go back to it after lunch and bleed out the master, bleed out the whole system, and add brake fluid and all this stuff. I will go back to these guys. It wasn't that bad at all. They were working on this thing all day, and it was only $260. So, that's not bad at all. You know, so I will go back to these guys and I'll spread the word. I told him, I said I'm gonna spread the word about you guys. You guys are good guys and stuff. So he's like, oh, thanks, you know. So, but they were good. So I will definitely go back. Like I said, my pedal is a little spongy, but we're gonna keep an eye on that to see if there's any more leaks. See if the master cylinder is leaking or something. We're gonna keep an eye on that. I'm not gonna do big hills with it because I don't trust it. I don't, you know. We'll just have to see what happens. You know, there's brake there if you pump them, but they do kind of go down a little bit, you know, a little further than they should. So I'm kind of skeptical. I'm kind of sketchy on that, you know. So anyway, enough about the truck. So there's not much going on. I mean, they have the Perps out today, targeted as usual. A lot of remote monitoring. People out there to get responses, reactions, whatever you want to call it. You know, on a continuous pattern, you know, and they were out, you know, I was out driving around, they were out, following me, you know, you could tell you were in a floating box, one in front of you, one in back of you, you know, so we had to do some turns and stuff like that to kind of get rid of them, but, you know, so I'm like, how long are these people going to follow me, you know, so there was a perp behind me with his headlights on, young punks. The light turned yellow. I gunned it. You know, I gunned it. Went through the yellow light. He had to stop. Got rid of that guy. And then I didn't see him again. And then, you know, we kept on going. And, you know, you gotta play the little games too. You know, you try to get rid of these people. You know, it's a cat and mouse game. And they follow you. You know, you do some left turns or whatever. You know, go here and there or whatever, you know, and play the game a little bit and try to get rid of these people, you know. It's like a game. I don't care. I'll have fun with them. I'm not gonna be all serious and stuff when these idiots follow me, but that's what went on. So I got perp we were out. So wake up tomorrow, take Max out, go to the park, and go for a little ride. Maybe we'll go to the beach. We'll see what happens. I'm not gonna sit here. I need to get out. I've been stuck in the house for a month. If I would have known my car repair would have only been $250, I would have charged it on my credit card 2 weeks ago. I thought it was going to be big money and stuff, so it was only $260, and so I'm happy about that. I got a little extra money for the month and stuff this time, so I'm going to enjoy my last month of summer, and we're going to try to do things, walk on trails and go to the beach maybe, and get in the water, walk in the water a little bit or something, and enjoy ourselves. It's supposed to be 75 tomorrow, which is perfect, so not too hot, not too cold, so we'll see what happens. So we got plans. Am I gonna go camping? I don't know if I can afford it. It's 40 nights. It's $40 a night, plus firewood, and gas. It would cost me $100 to drive 60 miles up to the campsite, and then bring a couple bundles of wood so you can have a campfire, and then have a couple drinks and stuff. It would probably cost me $100 to do that. So I don't know if we're gonna go camping at all this summer. We might just enjoy ourselves going for rides and and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not trapped here anymore, you guys. I can hop in the truck and go. So if there's stuff going on that bothers me, we can leave, and that's a good thing. And they hate that. They hate that I have my truck, you guys. They hate it. They hate it. They hate that I have a vehicle. They hate that, man. I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off. You guys have a good night. I'll talk to you later.